Welcome. Thanks for joining me for practice today. So, if you're not already in a comfortable seat, come into a comfy seat and then shift a little bit from side to side as well as front to back so that you find what feels like the center of the seat. Sometimes when we come into a seat, we're leaning forward or leaning back, but find what feels like the center of your seat. And then just allow your eyes to close. Begin to check in with your body, noticing how you feel today. Do you have a lot of energy? Do you feel more tired or fatigued from the day? And then we'll take our palms together in front of the heart. Interlace our fingers, press the palms forward and up, and start to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right a few times. Give a little tug on your fingers. All right, separate your arms, take them behind your back, interlace the fingers there, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Start to open up across the chest and begin to turn your head from side to side. All right, and then reach your chin up and drop it down. Again, lifting up and dropping down. And then once more like that, lifting up and dropping down. So as you bring your head back up to center, release the hands, let them rest on your thighs, and then shrug your shoulders up, take them back and down, again shrugging up and back and down, and then once more up and back and down. And then take your right hand to the floor, walk it out a little bit. Take your left hand to your left shoulder and then start to rotate a few times in one direction. And a few times the opposite way. All right, then sweep your left arm up alongside your head. And as you reach with your left hand, squeeze and release the fingers a few times, as well as rotate through your wrist. All right, take a breath in, lifting up. Exhale, release the left hand to the floor, walk it out a little bit, leaning into that left hand. Take your right hand to your right shoulder and start to circle. Again, just a few times in one direction. And a few times the opposite way. All right, and then sweep your right arm up alongside your head. Squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through your wrist. All right, and then inhale as you lift up. And exhale as you release your right hand down. All right, take your right leg out at an angle. And then start to walk your right hand down your right leg. Move your left shoulder back in space. And then take that left arm up alongside the head. Inviting a little bit of sensation into the back of the right leg, added to that side bend. All right, take 3 more breaths. All right, with your next inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, take your left hand to the floor behind you, right hand over to the left knee, and then inhale, grow tall, and exhale and twist to the left. Move the left shoulder back in space, And then maintain the rotation, but turn just your head back over toward the right side. And then let your head and neck continuously turn side to side as far as is comfortable and possible for your neck. Breathing in through the nose, letting the chest, ribs, belly expand. Breathing out, send the breath back up and out through the nose. Another breath or two. All right, then one more breath. All right, unravel back to center and switch your legs. So take the left leg out, fold the right leg in. Walk the left hand down your left leg. Move the right shoulder back in space so you're looking out over your right shoulder as you take your right arm up alongside your head. Again, finding that sensation of side bend, but also adding the sensation in the back of the left leg. All right, take 3 more rounds of breath. Now, as you inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, take that right hand to the floor behind you, left hand across to the right knee. Inhale, grow tall, lifting up. And exhale and twist to your right side, making space to turn the head and look back. And then maintain the twist from the shoulders down and let your head turn back over toward the left side. And just let your head gently and slowly turn side to side as far as is comfortable and possible for your neck. Breathing in through the nose, feel the chest, the ribs, the belly expand. Breathing out, send the breath back up and out through the nose. All right, another breath or two. All right, one more breath. And then slowly unravel back to center. All right, transition onto hands and knees. And so as you come to hands and knees, just start with your hands underneath your shoulders, and then we'll take the knees underneath the hips. And then just start by moving your hips side to side, so left to right. All right, then move the hips forward toward the hands and back toward the feet, forward and back. So we're noticing not only the sensation in the hips, but also the weight transfer into the hands, into the fingers, into the wrists. All right, now connect those 4 points, front, back, side, side. So the next time you go forward, take your hips out to the right and back and left and forward. Right, back, left, and forward. And so as you continue to go in this clockwise, circle-y square, smooth out the movement. Sense and feel the balance of weight into your hands, into your legs. All right, so the next time you take your hips forward, we're going to go counterclockwise. So go out to the left and back and right and forward. Out to the left and back and right and forward. Again, a few more rounds of breath at your own speed, smoothing out the movement. All right, now the next time your hips go back toward your feet, just have a seat. Resting your hips on or near your feet, fold over your legs. Release your head down toward the floor. Maybe the head touches the floor. Maybe you fold your hands and make a little surface for your head to rest on. Your knees might be close together, or you might take them apart for a little bit more space to breathe. We'll take 3 rounds of breath. All right, after your third breath, pull yourself back up onto hands and knees. And then we'll take our knees close together. Lift your left knee up and out to the side, and then start to rotate through your hip. So left knee is drawing a circle. A couple times in one direction. And a couple of times the opposite way. All right, the next time that you breathe in, reach your left foot straight back. Breathing out, pull your left knee into your chest and round your back. Again, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more like that, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. Now, as you take your left leg back this time, cross it over the right leg, drop the toes. Spin your fingers out, curve your spine to the right so you're peeking back at that left foot. Sensing all the way up the left side of the body from the foot to the hip to the shoulder. Couple breaths in and out through the nose. Feel the chest, the ribs, the belly all expand as you breathe in. Breathing out, softening into sensation. All right, one more breath. All right, bring your torso back to neutral. Pick your left leg up, swing it out to the side so it's directly out from your hip. Walk your hands in, lift your torso up. Take your left hand to rest on your left leg, right arm up alongside your head. Reaching with that right hand, squeeze and release the fingers. All right, now inhale, lift up. And exhale, release your right arm. All right, step your left foot forward into a short lunge so that your knee is roughly over your ankle. Take your right hand to rest on the left knee, and then sweep your left hand forward and up, and then back and down, rotating through the shoulder, but also experiencing rotation through the spine. All right, one more round of breath. All right, take both hands to the floor, step your right foot forward so you come into a forward fold. Now you can take your feet as wide as you like here. Sometimes a little bit wider than hips is a good place to start. A little bend in your knees as you sway your weight side to side, left to right. Your hands might rest on your feet, the floor. Your hands could grab your elbows, your ankles, or whatever is comfortable for you, but really allow your head to droop and drop toward the floor. Relax the facial muscles, the jaw. All right, walk your hands up the fronts of the legs, rising up to stand. Once you come to stand, take your shoulders back in space, up and forward. Again, back, up and forward. And then once more, back, up and forward. All right, take your feet to hip distance apart. As you inhale, press your hips back, bend your knees, float your arms up, landing in chair pose. As you exhale, press through your heels, rise up, reach your arms back in space, open up through the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, hips back, arms up, little bend in the knees. Exhale, rise up and reach back. All right, one more, breathing in. This time, as you breathe out, fold over your legs, hands to the earth, walk the feet back, finding downward dog. Hips up in the air. Bend one knee, straighten the other leg, switch back and forth. All right, release down to your knees, take them close together. This time, right knee lifts up and out to the side, and then start to rotate through your hip. A couple times in one direction. And then a couple times the opposite way. All right, the next time you inhale, reach your right foot straight back. Exhale, pull your right knee into your chest, round your back. Again, inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out. So as you take your right leg back this time, cross it over the left leg, drop the toes, spin your fingers out, curve your spine to the left, peek back at your right foot. Sensing all the way up the right side of the body, from your foot to your hip to your shoulder. Deep breaths in through the nose, expand the chest, ribs, belly. Exhale back up and out through the nose. All right, bring your torso back to neutral. Pick the right leg up, swing it out to the right side, directly out from your hip. Walk your hands in, lifting your torso up. Right hand comes to rest on the right leg. Take your left arm up alongside your head. Squeeze and release the fingers of the left hand. All right, with your inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the left arm. Step your right foot forward into a short lunge. Take the left hand across to that right knee, and then sweep your right hand forward and up, and back and down. Rotating a few times now through the right shoulder, as well as feeling the torso twist and untwist. All right, one more full breath. All right, take both hands to the floor, step your left foot forward into your forward fold. Again, your feet might be a little bit wider than your hips. A little bend in the knees, sway the weight side to side, left to right. Relax the face, the jaw, the scalp. All right, walk your hands up the fronts of your legs, rising to stand. All right, so we'll turn and step wide on the mat. Let the right toes turn out towards the short edge of the mat. And then your left toes will turn in just a little bit. Now take your arms out over your legs. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Twice more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. All right, one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Now keep that right knee bent. Bring the arms forward and take your right arm underneath your left arm. Twist your arms together and then reach the fingertips up. If your arms don't allow this kind of twisting together, you could take elbows and palms together. Very similar. All right, so right knee is bent. Fingertips reaching up. Breathe deep into the space between your shoulder blades. All right, one more breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg and unravel the arms. Take them back out to the sides and then switch your feet. So left toes are turning slightly out, right toes slightly in. Take a breath in. Exhale and bend your left knee. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and bend. And 1 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Now keep that left knee bent. Bring your arms forward. Left arm underneath. Twist the arms together. Reach your fingertips up. Again, if that doesn't work for your proportions, take elbows and palms together. Very similar. Left knee is still bent. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. All right, inhale, straighten that left leg and release your arms. Give them a little shake out if they need it. And then step near the top of the mat. Feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, find your chair pose. Press your hips back, float your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs, hands to the earth, walk back to downward dog. All right, as you inhale, come forward into plank, so shoulders over the wrists. And then you can either exhale all the way to the floor from a high plank or come to your knees first, bend your elbows and come all the way down. Untuck your toes, walk your arms forward, take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Gently press down into your forearms, lift your heart. Reach back through the toes and forward through your heart. Couple rounds of breath. All right, 1 more cycle. All right, lower your heart down to the floor. Press up onto hands and knees. And then we'll come into a seated position. And we'll close with alternate nostril breathing. So if you are already familiar with alternate nostril breathing, you can just go ahead and start. If you haven't done it before or not lately, you're going to use your right hand. Take your peace fingers, so fingers 2 and 3, take them in toward the palm so that you have your thumb and your ring finger to block the nostrils. So right thumb goes to right nostril. Inhale through the left side. Close it off. Exhale through the right side. Inhale, right side. Close it off. Open the left. Exhale. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right side. Inhale, right side. Exhale, left side. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. And then release your hand down and just allow the breath to flow in and out of the body without any restriction to its pace or its volume or its point of origin. And checking back in with how you feel in this moment, what physical sensation might be present for you, what thoughts or emotions might be present for you. And is there any unnecessary tension that you feel in your body that, if just by noticing it, you could allow it to dissipate, to release? All right, join your palms in front of your heart as we bow to the light within each other. We bow to the light. Thank you for practicing with me. See you again next time. Bye bye.